We're back! Guys, we have lots to get into, lots to talk about. Welcome. I'm Nicholas.
Me llamo Clayton.
And me llamo Christian.
And welcome to the Three Heath Brothers Podcast.
Welcome to the Three Heath Brothers Podcast. We've got Christian, Clayton, Nicholas too. Alright. Boy, if we got a show for you. Welcome to the Three Heath Brothers Podcast. That's what you're listening to.
Oh my word, guys. It feels like it's been forever. I mean, technically the
It has
podcast, the previous episode, came out like
Wow.
10, 15 days ago, something like that. I don't even know. But guys, it is so good to be back with you all. It feels like it's been a while. I just saw you guys for the first time. We haven't
Today.
even been together.
This is so
Just
great.
a few minutes ago.
We haven't seen each other for like
Yeah.
4.5
We
weeks.
probably look
Yeah.
a little different too. And before we go on any further, we need to just fix this. This is not normal.
Oh,
and
the mustaches.
No, no, no.
Oh, look at
Yeah.
this.
No,
They
no.
got the facial hair. If
No,
you'd like them to keep the facial hair or regrow it, comment down
Okay,
below.
okay.
We
okay?
did this because we were going to Guatemala. We just let it. I mean,
Just blend in.
And it blend in with the culture. Yeah.
but now that we're back in the States, we're Americans, back to normal. Boom.
Well, guys,
Just like that.
what has been going on with you guys? I haven't seen you in literally forever,
a
and so
month.
I want to hear about your trip. I want to hear about everything.
Well, I want to hear about
Are you guys married now?
No.
Has anything crazy happened? No.
100%.
Also, I haven't even heard the story hardly at all. All I know is that you guys got lost or something on a
Yeah.
volcano or something.
It
yeah.
was-
So just first of all, like, give us an overview of the trip because I want to
Sure.
know what
Sure.
happened.
Sure.
You know,
No, we
all
missed
of that.
you. We missed you.
We
It
did.
was honestly really crazy. We are so grateful. First, thankful to God that we were able to do that trip. I know it was like such a last minute thing, and you guys are just like, say what? And we just kind of did that. By the way, it's so different not having this. I'm sorry. That's like, I feel like a baby right now.
So you guys grew the little mustache and
Dude,
beard
like,
over
and
there.
we weren't even going to, but like over there.
I feel cleaner.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. But over there, like we fit right in. Everybody there thought we were Hispanic, and so people just like the joke.
Not everybody, but
The
the Hispanics knew we were gringos.
No.
Yeah.
Once we talked, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Once we talked.
Okay. Yeah.
But that was probably the funniest thing was like the joke was
Gringos.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, dude, that's what they call us. That's what they call us. But the joke was that the reason why we were having that we just kept the facial hair was because we didn't want to get robbed in Guatemala because they just assumed that you were a Guatemalan and you weren't a tourist. They don't rob you. But obviously, no, it was very, very safe where we were.
We were in Antigua, Guatemala.
Antigua, Guatemala, absolutely beautiful. Like, there's so many things there. But do you want to go straight into like the volcano story, or do you want to go straight into the?
We could hop in.
Okay.
But basically, for those of you who don't know,
What
Clayton
did you
and
do
I-
over there? Yeah.
Clayton and I went to Guatemala for basically a little over a month, and we studied Spanish
Yeah.
for like 6 hours a day. Most of the days, some of the days we
Por
did 8
4
hours.
semanas y ahora nosotros hablamos mucho español, pero depende de la persona. It depends on how long you study for the person.
We definitely studied more structure, and in the future we'll probably
Yeah.
study more vocabulary.
Speaking of all the Spanish speaking, this just popped into my head, dude. You're talking to all this Spanish. Taco Bell has chicken nuggets.
Are you serious?
Now?
They do. I
you
had them
serious?
the
I've
other
never-
day.
Are you serious?
They have Bell sauce.
I'm sorry.
They have Bell sauce and they have a jalapeno like honey mustard.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, it is amazing.
At Taco Bell.
So I went to Taco Bell. Get this. I went to Taco Bell and I had chicken nuggets with fries at Taco Bell,
Taco
which is
Bell.
such like
That
an
doesn't make
American
any
thing.
sense.
But it was different. It was
That doesn't
different, but
make
it was
any
very
sense.
good. It reminded me of the popcorn chicken nuggets from KFC. If you've ever had those,
I don't remember that. Is
They're
it
like
like
really
is it
small,
like Burger King's
but
chicken sticks?
yeah. It's similar, but not. There aren't sticks. Obviously, they're like
we
larger,
definitely-
like chicken nuggets.
We
or
definitely
whatever.
need to go. We went to Taco Bell a lot down there, actually.
Really?
Oh yeah, we went.
So tell me about the food over there before we
Okay.
get into the volcanoes and everything.
Okay, the food was delicious. Okay, we did eat authentic Spanish food. Okay,
Oh yeah.
we ate pollo de crema, chicken and cream. But we had so many things there. But Antigua
Tamales.
Antigua is a very big tourist place, and so they have McDonald's, they have Wendy's, they have Burger King, they have Taco
It's
Bell.
the place where like if you go to Guatemala, there's like two things that it's known for. It's the yellow arch in
Clock
Antigua
Tower.
and their pyramids.
which looks like this.
Thank you.
and the
more,
volcanoes.
more work for you.
Yeah.
And the
That was fun.
volcanoes. But it was an awesome. So it was actually safer than a lot of Guatemalan cities because there were so many tourists there.
Yeah, but we walked everywhere. We literally
Yeah.
had no transportation probably the whole time, except for a few times
A
if we
handful of
went
times.
with friends.
We rode on a
Um,
tuk-tuk, a little thing.
Yeah. So it was by far a very life-changing.
We went to McDonald's like
Dude, go ahead.
over 10 times.
We went to McDonald's like
over.
See, why would you do that if
Okay,
you're
okay.
in Guatemala?
And
Or
here's why.
is the Guatemalan McDonald's way better?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
it
No, no,
is.
no.
It is.
Obviously, it's way better, but not necessarily the food. What's really pretty about it? It's like it's the prettiest McDonald's.
It's the best McDonald's we've ever been to.
that you'll ever see. It's muy bonita. It's very there's like a huge patio.
What does bonita mean?
Bonita,
it
beautiful.
means
It's very beautiful.
Muy beautiful.
Okay.
And it's very much like there's the volcano. It looks like it shouldn't be real.
No.
Like there's a fountain and there's like
It's just gorgeous.
there's the McDonald's clown in the background.
The reason why we went there all the time was because we would finish most of the time our classes at like 4:00 in the afternoon, and then we would just go to McDonald's and like just grab some snack.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then like.
But also we
study.
didn't have to pay. We also didn't have to pay when in Quesalas. We always used Apple Pay
Yeah, yeah.
because
that's
it
true.
was like a
Most of what
American-
we did was through Apple Pay.
Yeah,
It was actually pretty.
But yeah,
that's
they
awesome.
use they use Quesalas. It's not obviously U.S. dollars. It's Quesalas, which is like $10 is 100 Quesalas.
113 probably.
Yeah.
Was the food cheaper over there then?
Yeah, but not for the tourists because like McDonald's was pretty normal.
Like a bag of chips was definitely cheaper. It was like
yeah.
yeah.
Like you could get like a bottle of water for 5 Quesalas, which is like
What?
Not
Less-
even 5 cents,
Yeah.
probably.
Well,
maybe like $1.50. Less than that. Less than $1.
I could be wrong actually. I could be wrong.
No, you could. Definitely, everything was because of the exchange value rate. It was everything is way cheaper there. Like everything.
Yeah.
is
So
cheaper.
and that's why we did the school there.
so you got these shirts from Guatemala, huh?
We did. This says one of these is like a phrase. It says "puchica." That's a very specific. It's
like a
it's like a slang word for Guatemalans.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean anything bad. Okay, it's
Yeah,
all
it's all
good.
right.
But
But no,
I honestly don't know what the other words mean. So I'm hoping I'm gonna check with mom and make sure this is all clean.
But we did eat very good food there. But then we did go to on our second to last day. We went to a volcano. Our school had like a field trip kind of a thing. But
And by the way, this is the exact same volcano that our mom went to, and she actually
she got held up by gunmen.
She was held up
on
by
that.
gunpoint.
Yeah.
On this volcano. And for those of you who don't know, just to rehash, our mom was a missionary's kid in Guatemala, Central America. And so her first language was Spanish, but everybody doesn't know that she's not Hispanic. We're from America, but
Right.
she grew up there. It's kind of confusing. And now it's even more confusing because everybody thinks we're Latino and
Yeah.
now we speak Spanish. But anyway,
So we got
That's
to
so
go.
cool.
We got to go up that volcano, and it was kind of cloudy. So
it was very
it
cloudy.
was very, like
We were in the clouds.
we were in the clouds.
Yeah.
And then our tour guide that we paid for ended up leaving us.
What a great song. We're in the clouds.
We're in the
or
clouds.
something. I don't know. That's stupid. Go on.
Honestly, that actually would be a cool song. But so we
In the clouds, and the lava is pouring down. I don't know.
yeah, I'm pouring down.
So we're up in the clouds, and we paid for a tour guide, and she was very nice.
But it wasn't just us; it was also other students. We were there 5 in total.
There was like 5 of us in total, and then plus her 6. So
2 more dudes and
Are
one
these
lady.
English-speaking students?
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
trying to learn Spanish?
Yeah.
We're all from America.
One dude was like,
So are you guys trying to talk in Spanish?
one dude had diplomatic immunity. It was really cool how many.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Dude.
I know.
Dude, we were freaking out.
For those of you who don't know, diplomatic immunity means you can do whatever the...
It was in not in Guatemala.
Whatever
It was
you
in a
want.
different. It was in
You
a
can
different
do-
country. It was in Africa. It was Namibia. Namibia is the country in Africa that he
Namibia.
had it in.
Namibia.
Namibia.
Dude, so they spoke in like African languages?
No,
And then they came
He
over,
was-
and they were doubly confused.
His mom worked for the American embassy there. He's 16 years old.
So he has diplomatic immunity, but through
Only
Africa,
in that country. Only
because
in
he's
that
got
country.
some sort of royalty or
no,
something?
because his mom works for the American embassy.
Yeah, and their families are covered.
Dude. So what? That could have been great for you guys.
No.
Oh no, for real.
You
No,
could have
but,
killed people.
no, but you understand.
You should not do that. Do not do that.
It is crazy. Diplomatic
outside
immunity.
of
The things I would try.
That's terrible.
that's terrible. No, because we asked him about it, but
No.
it only applies to his country. So like
that country.
So like he's not safe necessarily.
He's an
in
American.
Guatemala.
He's an American, but that's
it's only in that country that they can't do anything to him.
right.
Wait. Hold on. Go back.
That's what I was saying. He's in his mom.
He's from Africa.
no.
No, he's from America.
He's an American.
Yeah,
Yes.
but he looks like he's
Hold
from-
up. So he's an American.
Yeah.
So only when he's in Africa does he have diplomatic immunity.
In that country because his mom works for the
Namibia.
American
Yeah.
ambassador in
only when
Namibia.
he's Namibia.
Yeah.
So he flew from Namibia to Guatemala to learn
learn
Spanish.
Spanish. Yeah.
Right.
All right, that is totally random, but also there's a few other random things that I heard through the grapevine that happened. What happened? You guys were there at a church, and these people came up to you and they recognized you or something. What happened?
Oh, that's
yeah.
a whole other story. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Should we go to that? Or should we finish the volcano story?
Finish the volcano story.
Okay.
We'll go back to the people who
This is
recognized
great.
you.
This is great.
is great.
Apparently, we have fans all over the world.
No.
Okay.
Honestly, like it was so cool. I saw like God do things. Like it was really, really cool.
Like you erupt the volcano,
No,
right?
yeah, while we were there. No, I'm just kidding. No. So
Boom.
no, but
No, so our tour guide, we had like we had a park ranger with us as well that was from America.
Yeah.
That was one of the students. So we had good
when I
people.
tell you we could not see anything, okay.
So
we
the
could not
lady, your
see
tour
it.
guide, was bringing you up there, and
she
what
was,
happened?
She was a little bit slagging behind, honestly. And so from the distance, I was up with the park ranger. We were going up faster.
But you couldn't see 300 feet in front of you.
Yeah.
Because it was so cloudy.
And so she's like, so Clayton and somebody else, they heard her say
seven.
something like, "You can go that way. I'm going to go this way." But you can get to the
Yeah.
volcano via that way. But
So what's the point of a tour guide then?
That's what we're all saying.
So we climbed up this
But
steep.
she told me, and I thought I said
Money hungry. No, kidding.
She told me that you go up to the top and then you climb down over top of it. Okay.
Yeah.
But she should have done was she should have said
She should've
no,
just
go
walked
this
with
way
us.
with me.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go this way. And dude, when I tell you it was a hike up,
It was steep.
Like we were going in like this.
It was so
like we were
steep.
all like, this was a bad thing to do. To
It
go
was
up
so
this way,
steep.
because like it was ridiculous.
So we went up. We got to the top and we couldn't see.
But some of the
360.
students thought it was the top of the volcano. I was like, guys, this is an active volcano. This is no way.
So did you see lava?
No. It's active, but there's not like a.
It's the
It's active.
The magma,
It's not acting out right now.
the magma is
there's
far
heat.
below.
There's heat there. Anyway,
Yeah.
but
It was hot.
No, I mean,
We did roast marshmallows on
yeah,
it, but
we did.
yeah.
roast
Are you
marshmallows.
serious?
Yeah.
That kind of is a big deal. There was a little bit of heat. Oh yeah, we roasted marshmallows. Moving on.
Okay. Anyway, but
How did that work? Like you
mean-
just held it over the ground that you're walking on? Did your
They had like
feet
a little
burn?
rock. They had a little rock that like there was like a. I guess you could call it a vent. Of like it looked like a
of
vent
heat or whatever?
It definitely looked like a vent when like you would.
Psych! It's not an active volcano. It's just a tourist attraction that they make money off of, and then they have a heater down below, and you roast marshmallows. And your marshmallows don't even roast. Did they actually roast?
They did. They
Uh-huh.
were
Did they
hot.
catch fire?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
They were definitely hot.
A little bit.
They were
caught
definitely
fire.
It
hot.
definitely tasted really good.
Yeah, it did.
But some
That's
people
nice.
were like making pizza on the volcano.
Were they selling you the marshmallows, or did you bring them up?
No,
No,
it came with the
package.
tour guide.
But if you paid more, you could get pizza.
So the tour guide did feed
It was
you.
100 quesadillas.
No, she didn't feed
the
us.
tour
That was
guide.
like 2 marshmallows.
It was 100 quetzales for the tour
So it's
guide
like
or the
$10.
marshmallows?
Yeah.
for both.
But to be fair,
It was like $10.
Then yeah, she can leave you
to be
guys.
fair, even though we
Dude,
weren't,
I just
but
got
for
these
her-
jeans and they're
so
coming on
even
stitched.
though
Oh, dear.
so then we get to this top. Sorry, back
By the
to
way, Lilo and Stitch is coming out real life version. Anyways, moving on. Go
we
ahead.
haven't even seen the original, so I don't know why we would go see the real one. We only saw like the trailer. Yeah.
It's kind of like a weird golem
Yeah.
creature, but animated. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, that's funny.
So we got at the top and we're like, we can't see 360.
But it was
around
so
us.
funny because we finally found her with another group of people, and it
Oh,
was like,
she'd already done and got. Yeah, you guys go that way, and then
No,
she had another tour coming.
Not-
and
not-
just
there
like,
wasn't
it
one of
wasn't
those.
yeah,
like that.
100 quetzales. My
Yeah,
other
right.
two were left
It-
me.
It wasn't necessarily. It wasn't like that, but like she definitely.
They'll get you.
And we got
she was a
what did
sweet
we
lady,
get?
but
We got something for
we
you.
got something for you.
We did.
You brought me a marshmallow?
I did. We did all the way from Guatemala. We brought your marshmallow.
I was hoping you guys got something for me. To be honest, I was
Don't
hoping.
get excited. It's not like
It's
something
not
you can
amazing.
wear.
Yeah.
This right here is from the volcano. Yes, sir.
It's magma rock.
Yep. I got it from the tippy top. I'm just kidding. I didn't because I
It's
would have.
magnificent.
Anywho, I
pretty
forgot. We did get you one more.
Oh, it's hot.
Can you imagine?
Kidding. That was dumb. Sorry.
Just kidding. It's kidding.
Honestly, it looks like a moon rock. If I'm being real.
Yeah,
You
it
should have
does.
told me. There's actually with the volcano, the way that there's
This-
moon rocks
it fell
falling
from
down.
It almost hit me in the face.
Fell from the sky.
No, but
the
isn't that-
sky is falling.
No,
It erupted in
But-
2021.
But I want you to know, me and Christian
Recently.
sneaked these on the plane.
I sneaked
like,
these.
they-
I snuck them.
Without any diplomatic immunity.
Did I say
Movie.
sneaked?
He said Christian sneaked these.
No, I said me and Christian sneaked.
Okay, I thought you said okay.
What is that?
Which one's correct? Which one's correct? I don't
They
know.
snuck them
snuck
onto
on-
the.
We brought them on the plane.
I
We
want
didn't
you to
sneak.
know
We
we
brought them.
snuck-
We
we
brought them.
snuck these. We
We
brought
didn't
these
sneak
up.
them.
That's
We
great.
brought them.
That's great.
No, because literally
didn't
me.
snuck
No,
'em.
Christian's acting like we didn't hide these.
That's awesome.
We literally waited.
Now, what's
till
that?
The tour guide did. We literally waited till she walked and we were like. just started grabbing a bunch.
You guys grab.
Yeah, we did. We did. We did.
We like grabbed a ton.
And then you just go up. And she's like, "Where'd that come from?"
No.
I don't know why your tour guide is Asian in my book. I don't know why your tour guide is
So we
Asian
got-
in my book, but it's like, where you get that from? And then you guys are like, "Oh, we've had this. We've had this bag of rocks. We bring him just in case. We have to."
Bag of rocks. Oh, we got you this as well.
Oh wow, thanks. Why? If you don't mind me asking, why so big?
Because
So big.
over there you wear an XL, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
No, that's nice. That's nice. Show the
Do you want me to
camera.
go back and get you a medium?
No, I'm good. No, that's very
No,
nice.
this is meant like because I knew how you'd wear it. You'd want to wear it like with a t-shirt in front of it, or maybe you'd wear.
We got
this
no one extra
No,
large.
but you're gonna wear this for church this Sunday, yeah?
That is very nice, dude. I love that.
That is so cool.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
sorry, I've like have not been talking the mic this
I
whole
think
time.
it's great. I
Happy
think it's
birthday! Happy birthday!
great. It is not my birthday.
That's funny.
I am not with that does not count for my birthday present.
You got
I'm
it.
kidding.
You got it. So yeah.
No, thank you guys. I appreciate that. That's very thoughtful of you.
Wait,
Thank
do
you very
even-
much. I
wait,
appreciate
do you
that,
even
bro.
Do you even like
I hate
Arsenal?
soccer.
Do you like Arsenal?
Arsenal? Like
Arsenal?
guns?
No.
By the way, they don't do this in Guatemala. They don't do the. They only do this. They only do this. They don't. I'm
Eh.
like, they don't do that.
Yeah, we had to teach
They don't
them.
do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we went to church at a few places.
Oh,
so the first.
Talk about Nicholas's question about the.
Yeah. So the first church we went to on Sunday, we met these people.
It was like the first people we said hi to in like when we sat down. I just
In
turned
the
around.
church. Wow.
I
Yeah.
turned around and I was
That's
like,
wild.
"Hello, where are you guys from?" Oh, Canada. I'm like, "No way, that's so cool."
And they're like, do you know Harold? I'm like, yeah, we know.
They
Harold.
knew you guys were off the bat?
no.
They were like, do you know
they,
Harold?
they said they didn't think it was us because they didn't see you.
Yeah.
They thought there's only 3 Heath brothers, and so they
Yeah.
didn't think.
So,
it
but no,
was
I
you.
told
we
him.
go in
I
pairs.
said no.
Only 3 at a time.
I told him. I said
They
no.
went 3 by 3 into New York. Okay, moving
I
on.
told
Sorry.
him. I told him. I said no. We were gonna tour in Canada. They said, "Oh, with who?" And I said, "Oh, we're with One Hope Canada." They're like, "You're joking, dear. Come here, come here." And like, she's like, "They know Harold," and I was like. You guys know Harold? For those of you who don't know, Harold is a very good friend of ours in Canada. He was
Yeah.
the kind of like our host
Yeah.
for the tour, and we can't wait to see him again.
So we're talking. We go to a
Okay,
different
maybe that
church.
was them. I
We
don't
go
know.
to a different
So
church.
first of all, just to be clear, the twins go to Guatemala to learn Spanish. They go to a random church. We're about to set out on our One Hope Canada tour. Be sure to check that out. We're also going to be in all kinds of other places. Great tour. But we go down there. They're going down there first. They go to this church and they meet people who are from the company, the organization in Canada that we're actually helping out
So, yeah, so
with
that
this
happened.
tour.
And then another
We went
church
to a
that we
different
went
church
to
2
that they
Sundays
actually
later.
had us sing for the Easter service. That was a whole nother thing. Afterwards, we met this guy and he said, "So, tell me about your band. Like, tell us like where you from." Like, yeah, well, we sing in a lot of public schools in the United States. He's like, "What's the band name?" We said 3 Heath Brothers. He said, "Oh, you're kidding." He's like, "I know who you guys are," and we're like. You do? He's like, yeah, I'm good friends with a guy. You went to his son's school.
he said, "Your son, my friend's son, is your biggest fan."
Yeah. I'm like, really? What's his name? His name is Kingston.
No way!
Yeah.
Wild!
I know.
For those of you who don't know, if you ever come to one of our shows, Kingston is this little kid who sent us a video, and we show it almost every night at our shows.
Yeah.
Good friends with him and his dad, and he's actually come to our shows quite a bit. And
Dude, we were freaked out, dude.
We're like,
It
you know,
was like-
Kingston's like, yeah.
that is
No, dude. I know.
wild.
And he was like good friends with the dad. He's like, here, I'll take a selfie. We'll send it to his dad or whatever. I'm like, that's so crazy.
Okay. Now the creepiest thing that happened is on the last Sunday morning, this past Sunday, we ended up singing in Central Park. We just got the guitar together and started singing.
That's kind of creepy.
I know, it's
Okay,
creepy.
no kidding.
But I get a text from Steve Yoder, and he goes, "I've got my eyes on you." And he
Nuh-uh.
no, listen up. Where is he? He sent me this video the same day. He sent me this video. He sent me that.
No, but you have to understand how trippy this was, dude. We literally.
I know.
dude. It was so weird.
Steve Yoder from Yoders Fine Foods.
You
He
are
is the
creepy.
director
I'm
of
just
it.
kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No, that is awesome. But he's the guy who started Yoders Fine Foods and then Walnut Creek Foods. Which why don't we take a moment right now while we're saying this? We make
love-
so many great jams and jellies. Be sure to get yours. Apple cinnamon jelly right here.
We love Steve and we love Yoders Fine
The
Foods.
Steve is
And
everywhere,
Walnut Creek
and this is everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are amazing. Seriously, if you haven't done it, check out our friends, our sponsors, Yoders Fine Foods, a division of Walnut Creek Foods, a faith-based company that just really makes quality product.
Delicious.
Go check it out. We'll put their websites in the link below.
So good.
And back to the podcast. So I gotta hear this about Steve though. How did this even work?
Okay.
He wasn't down there.
So we
But-
picked a day. We picked a day, and we were actually like filming a couple videos. And the guy who was actually with us was a student there, and he said, "I really think you guys should play in the park and like just like totally improv and just like see what happens."
So it wasn't you guys. Like you guys are
No,
like,
that wasn't our idea.
for the camera.
No, it wasn't our
I'm
idea.
dead serious.
It wasn't our idea.
Because honestly, like, this is so true. Me and Christian have never sung this much without Nicholas, and like we like performed.
It's actually very sad.
No. So like we were helpless because like we were like
It's very sad that you haven't done it more. Is that what you're saying?
no, it's very sad that we didn't have you
It's
with
very
us.
sad that we've never performed
No,
without
no, it
Nicholas.
was sad
It
that
was
we
a good
didn't have-
change. It was a good change.
It was sad we didn't have you with us.
no, yeah, we hated not having you there with us because like
I'm
being dead
serious.
We just hated
No,
not
no, no.
having you there,
So
dude.
when I tell you guys, like, I mean, we sung everywhere, and me and Christian were not expecting this. So I bought a guitar after like 2 days being there because I was like tired of not having a guitar, and I didn't know.
That's the secret of a good life.
No, I was saying it's like, it's obviously it's not like we're
So-
we're
So
completely
Steve,
helpless.
huh?
No, no,
So Steve's brother-in-law was down there randomly,
yeah.
and he said,
And he was walking
Steve
through
said-
the street and
yeah,
saw you guys.
I know.
Oh my word!
It was crazy, dude.
We're gonna be with Steve in just a couple weeks.
I
on the one
know.
He's gonna be driving the bus for us.
Steve,
know.
Doran, all of
What
them.
in the
In
world?
Guatemala.
Legit.
It's so terrible.
Legit,
it's so
though.
crazy.
All three of those things are wild.
I know.
Okay, I gotta share one story. Okay, so
Okay,
the
okay.
church that I'm helping lead worship at. Okay, so I'm sitting with our videographer who's on staff at the church, and we're going to lunch. And ironically, you guys were still in Guatemala, and I go to Chick-fil-A. We go to Chick-fil-A together, and it's
Oh my word, I've missed Chick-fil-A.
what's it called?
We haven't had it in a month.
What's the Cinco de Mayo? Okay, it's Cinco de Mayo.
in Guatemala.
It's a holiday everywhere, but it's a Spanish holiday. I go to
it the Labor
Chick-fil-A,
Day?
and guys, look.
Oh
They
my
had a mariachi band in Chick-fil-A. I'll get you this picture to put on there. Guys, look at this. Guys, and they did the Ring of Fire, the country song.
Oh my
Watch
goodness.
this. Watch this.
Oh my word.
That's possibly more.
That's crazy.
We can cut part of this out, but just watch. And he's reading the lyrics in Spanish on his phone right there on top of
The
his
cows
guitar.
of his face.
Dude, what? That's
Anyways,
so
Which Chick-fil-A
funny.
was that?
It was in Winston-Salem. And here's the deal. But from 12 to 2, they had free spicy chicken sandwiches because of that. And so that was the
What?
original reason we went. But I didn't know that there was going to be a mariachi band or something.
Wow.
He and I were sitting there, and
That's so funny.
somebody in the car was talking about how they went to a concert. And these guys, I don't really talk about like my full-time job. They know I'm
Right.
in a band.
Right.
But they were like, yeah, we went to, I think it was Winter Jam or something. And he was talking about meeting an artist backstage. And like, he was like, dude, he has not been in the real world. Like the stuff that he wears. And I was like, well, don't come to one of my shows. And I was just making jokes about it. And they were like, oh, what do you wear? Whatever. So when we were in Ohio a few weeks ago or something, and we had a photographer there, and I showed him a picture, and it has the 3 Heath Brothers logo in the background on the video wall. And I showed it to the one dude, which he hadn't made any comment about it. He wasn't even talking about that. But I showed it to him. And he was like, and I was like, here's an example kind of like what we'll wear or whatever. Like we're kind of like we don't all like match or whatever, but we like wear color coordinated kind of things. Anyways, so I was showing it to him, and he was like, "Oh, dude, I know those guys." And he looks, and he's like, he zoomed in on you, and he was like, "Yeah, I know those guys. Like, I know who they are. I know the Heath brothers." And then he looked at me, and he's like, and I've met him. We've been talking for like months or whatever, on and off, just like hi bye. And he's like, "You're a Heath brother?"
Nuh-uh.
He was like, "I take my family to Journey to Bethlehem every year."
Oh my goodness.
And he was like, "We have the CD in our minivan, and we like listen to it like quite often."
So funny.
That's so funny.
And dude, I was like, "Yeah, I'm
That's
King Herod
so
in the
funny.
CD for Journey
No
to
way.
Bethlehem." And I was like, "Yeah," and he was like, "So you were sing up there, obviously, like whatever." And that was the main way he knew us. He hadn't really checked out our music, I don't think that much, but he knew us from Journey to Bethlehem.
That
is so
interesting,
funny.
dude.
And so then
that's
he
so
and I
crazy.
spent lunch, and he's like a filmmaker. He wants to talk and meet you guys or whatever. But anyways, he and I are supposed to have like
What's
lunch
his name?
next
What's his
week.
name?
His name is Zach.
Zach.
Anyways, but he like
cool.
he got to meet the Kendrick brothers at like a thing a few years back or whatever. I was talking to him about
Oh, that's
how
so cool.
we
We
were
did too.
friends with them or whatever. yeah, how we knew them and went on set of the Forge.
I'm just kidding.
Anyways, it was just a really cool
That's so
conversation.
cool, dude.
That
So
is so
I'll have to
nuts.
send you one of the videos he
Yeah,
does.
yeah,
But
that is really funny.
yeah,
Like-
it was really wild. So guys, that's so
it's
many
just-
things.
it's
That
just
it's just
a
like
small
wow,
world.
it's so
Small world.
crazy.
It really is a small world, and we're
really
very
is.
grateful.
So
all the
crazy.
things that
But
happened.
yeah, I'm glad you guys had a great trip. And is there anything you'd like to add on? Anything crazy that happened? What was your go-to McDonald's order? I do want to get that.
So the chicken at McDonald's is not good.
No.
I'm just gonna be honest.
In Guatemala.
No, pollo con perro.
chicken nuggets
no, the
are
chicken in
okay.
Guatemala is good, but not at McDonald's.
No.
It's very.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I learned that the chicken, from McDonald's in Guatemala.
No, you
Because the
said-
chicken in North Carolina is good.
yeah,
It
exactly.
doesn't have the flu.
No, but like
No.
the chicken in Guatemala is still good, like in pollo con perro.
Bird flu? You not heard
or-
about the bird flu?
No, I have not.
There's a big like bird flu thing going on.
No, we had
It's
parasites
supposed to
down there.
It's supposed to an attorney. I was already a blood-sucking parasite. All I needed was a briefcase.
Yeah, but
B movie. I think we've quoted that on the podcast
Yeah.
before, but I wanted to
that
do
was
it
like
again.
14 episodes ago.
So yeah, sorry.
We're on episode 15, by the way. This is episode
Really?
15.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
But yeah. So
Our 15th and final episode.
Episode.
I get it.
we did. There were so many things that happened. I'm trying to remember. Like what we sang for parties. We sang for when I say parties, I mean
They were good.
I meant.
We got onto the party scene. It was really great.
Our school had a 26th anniversary party, so we sang
there
for
was like
that.
the school had a 26th anniversary thing, and they like at the very beginning, because the teachers ask you all these questions and they only speak to you in Spanish. They're like trying to teach you Spanish, but they have to ask you stuff. So they found out really quick that we sang for a living. Sang?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Good job.
yeah.
Good.
and we
You can still do like grammar in English, okay?
Dude,
That's great.
I
proud
didn't
of
realize
you.
how much grammar I would
honestly,
use.
it's
That's awesome.
really hard. It's really, really hard to go back to English. Like, well, at least it was for us. Like,
Then you shouldn't have come back.
No, I know. I know.
Should have stayed.
No. What was funny was Christian.
Totally kidding. Love these
Dude.
guys.
But our biggest goal.
Dear friends. Dear friends.
Our biggest goal was to be able to just have a
One of them.
conversation with somebody, and Christian, dude, I was able to talk to somebody in the airport who only spoke Spanish, and like I've never done that before, and it was like so cool.
Wow. On your way there? Or
no,
on your way
on
back?
the- on the way there.
On the way back.
No, like
That's great.
Like legit, we saw a difference. We're not fluent by all means, but we definitely know a lot, and we can now talk to the people in our church who only speak Spanish. We can talk to our mom in Spanish. We can talk to so many people that come up to our shows and
Honestly,
ask if we're
like,
Spanish.
you guys can talk to like people who speak Spanish. Like that's what they can do.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
guys, I'm
No.
super excited to hear more about it eventually later on, you know, after this podcast.
Yeah.
It's going good long.
Yeah. As it gets going long.
But
yeah.
I'm so excited that you guys had a great trip, and I can't wait to hear more about the food too.
We
and
definitely
everything.
By the way, they
we
almost
definitely
didn't.
missed you guys.
The lady, I mean, she did let Christian into customs, but when we came back to America, by the way, it feels so
Oh.
good to be an American citizen and actually get back into your home. Can
I say it?
Yeah, go ahead.
We walked into customs, and I'm just in my mind. Okay, I have to say everything in English. I can't say anything in
Because
Spanish.
we're so used to saying everything in Spanish.
because we're so used to talking to people in Spanish. And then I pull out my passport. He's like, "Hand me a passport, please." And so, but it was cash in there, so it might have looked like I was bribing her. So I'm like, "Oh, lo siento," which is I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And she gives me this look,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I mean, that was my
She was
bad.
like, is he illegal? Is he?
I'm like, that was my bad. That was my bad.
Yeah.
We're about to kick you out of this
Yeah,
joint, buddy.
I know.
No,
So,
but like it was
the
That's
one
why
time I shouldn't have spoken
no,
Spanish.
but there were so many things that happened. Honestly, there were so many stories. We don't have time to tell them all here.
El stupido.
But, yeah.
Is that a thing? Is that how you stay stupid?
Yes,
The word
but
stupid-
stupid means a lot more there. than
it
here.
hurts a whole lot more.
Yeah, they
El
don't say it.
stupido?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
So
say
don't-
stupid here.
Now you can say to your like friends and your brothers.
So what I should not say ever is stupido.
no,
I should
I mean,
never say
to
that.
somebody on
not
the
to
street.
somebody.
So I should never say stupido.
No, you can. Just not to
So
somebody.
like because you're like now a Guatemalan.
No. You can say
extension.
it to me. I don't care if you say
Like
it
if
to
I
me.
go stupido, you're gonna.
No, you
cry.
can say it to me all you want.
You
I
can
don't
say it
care
to
because
me.
I know what you're saying.
Okay.
But over
We're
there,
not Guatemaltecas.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll take us.
Yeah.
Sure, tacos.
No, what was it?
El Bonito.
No, Dad said.
El Bonito?
Dad said, "Get in the caro."
That's hilarious. Dude, that is so him too. Our dad is like this. It's a very funny. He'll say some stuff and it's not that funny, but then every once in a while, not to say it's not funny, but
actually,
it's
car is
he's-
actually caro.
No,
caro. Yeah.
No, it's
No.
carro.
Carro.
El carro.
So a taco over here would be called a talk.
No, it would be called taco.
Taco.
So tuk tuk. A
No,
tuk
no.
tuk. That's actually okay.
tuk,
When you
tuk,
said the tuk tuks, that's a name of a track I think in the new Indiana Jones soundtrack, which is really random. But like it's called the tuk tuk.
Because they're tuk-tuks
Wrangler
in the
or
movie.
something. Yeah, but where is Indiana Jones like even supposed to be at? Isn't that in like Africa or something?
I mean, he goes kind of everywhere, don't you think?
Tuk-tuks.
no, in the new one, Dial of Destiny.
Tuk-tuks are everywhere.
I mean,
That was
he's
a good
he's-
one, too.
He's like,
We watched that on the bus.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
Well, I can't say if it's good for everybody, but should definitely ask your
I
parents.
can't say if it was good for everybody. It was good for us. So.
No, I don't
Anyways.
remember what was in it, but hopefully it was good.
He's like, just skip my mind. Oh
No,
well.
I'm serious.
Oopsie poopsie.
Oh, the worst thing that happened. You want
Ask
to know the
your
worst
parents
thing?
before you watch it.
Do you want real quick? Do you want to know the worst thing?
Yeah.
There were ants in my bed. For
There were ants in your pants? There were ants in my pants in Guatemala, guys.
No, there was a lot of
No,
ants.
I would wake up.
Oh!
I would wake up with larva on my face, and I have to. Take
Oh,
it out.
don't use words like that. Whoa, the volcano. Larva just everywhere.
larva. No,
Isn't that what the volcano stuff is?
Yeah, it's exactly what's
The larva.
by the
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
there's no.
Lava! Lava, that's what it's called. My bad. So you just had lava on your face.
No,
No,
I-
wonder you look a little bit deformed. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Sorry, to all the deformed people out there, bless your heart. I'm sorry. Anyways, moving on. It's good to be back on the podcast. I wasn't sure if I would have anything to talk about today, but I was like, I'm not going to make any notes. Because when I make notes, it
This is the
doesn't
thing
go
is,
good.
What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? What am I gonna say? You're deformed.
No.
Hey,
The deformation, like
Probably the
Martin
worst-
Luther King. Or Martin.
It's the Reformation.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I don't think the thing. I think the thing that you would have hated the most about Guatemala is that they did.
They have golf courses?
No, they have. They did.
They did have a golf.
We did go to the Paul Macbeth golf course. I'm just kidding. We didn't.
We didn't.
That's
Um,
disc golf. Paul Macbeth is disc
It's
golf.
on the golf
on
course.
the golf course as well.
They have
just-
disc and golf?
Oh yeah.
They have restaurants with helicopter pads. for the
Oh, yeah. I've
restaurants.
been to those. Of course.
yeah. No, but they have no air conditioning on any of the buildings.
Well, because it's like pretty cool there, right? Or no?
It was
Cool.
pretty hot.
It was okay.
Dude, it was. You know what was so cool was.
Get your hand off of
I'm
me.
Sorry. What was so cool was
That doesn't,
we
just
were-
because you haven't seen me for 3 weeks.
like, dude,
how
we're-
many weeks was it? It was like 5 weeks, right?
4.5.
4.5. This is going to be a long
We were
podcast. I
so
apologize.
cool. No, we'll cut it. We'll cut it out. But we were just so grateful. Thank you guys so much for your prayers. We learned so much, and I guess we don't have time for a Boys Gone Bible, but I do want to say this.
Yeah, we do.
we did.
I had one prepared. Okay, until next time.
No, we're gonna do Boys Gone Bible. And now, sorry.
Well, now I kind of want to save mine because I had like a lengthy one prepared.
Really?
So you do the Boys Gone Bible.
Okay,
Just
okay.
share something that you learned in Guatemala.
And now we're gonna go to Boys Gone Bible.
No, boys gone Biblia.
Yeah.
Chicos,
Biblio.
chicos fue Biblia.
Boys au gano el biblio.
Okay. And now-
Mucho quesadilla. Bonito taco loco.
dude, we couldn't say that in there.
El mustachio. What flavor of ice cream would you have? I'll have mustachio. Tastes like a dude's mustache, like Old Spice. It's just an Old Spice flavored ice cream.
Oh, I've missed you.
Old Spicio, please. No, what, Mustachio. That's great.
Yeah.
Dude, Mustachio. It's like a darky. It has like, and it looks like it's like chips of chocolate, but it makes it look like little whiskers.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Pointing
all
at the pictures, like one's a lemon, one's a mustache, and that's the one you point at for the mustachio ice cream.
What does the lemon have to do with
The
anything?
lemon ice cream?
Who gets lemon ice cream?
I mean,
People
I mean,
do.
that's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel
No,
stupid.
no.
I'm sorry. El stupido. Okay, I'm not supposed to say that. I'm sorry. And we already moved to Boys Gone Bible. This is definitely not Boys Gone. Yeah, this is maybe Boys Gone Bible, as in like Saul or David, like killing people. Like
Yeah.
you know, this is Samson slewing.
that's a great
his
series.
Yeah.
That's a great series.
House of David.
No,
dude,
in
we met
Spanish-
the director, John Irwin. Dude, I
know.
forgot about that.
Have you seen House of David?
No, I have not. But I heard it's
not
really
House
good,
of David.
and I just think it's
called De la Casa de David.
You guys just sound like little minions, dude.
De la Casa de
I'm gonna use that joke at concerts now because I call you guys my little minions. I'm gonna like, twins, do your thing, and then you guys like, te casa de la vida.
No, but Boca is actually from Spanish. It means
Boca
mouth.
Raton.
No, dude.
No.
Dude. Boca Raton. No. Boca means.
How do you say retarded in Spanish, dude? El retardando.
Retardito.
Dude, I was thinking about this. I always tell people, "Oh, I'm 10% Indian." I'm not 10% Indian. Our grandpa was 10% Indian.
You cannot
which
be
means like
10%
we are
Indian.
like poquito
No,
Indian.
we are,
No,
but you
he's-
can't because you can grow facial hair.
No,
No,
he's like
can I tell you
he's
something?
25% Indian.
Can I tell you something? You obviously can too. You just shaved.
No, it just took us a year to grow.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you guys something? My wife actually has an Indian card.
I know.
That's you were gonna
Like,
say.
she's actually
My
legit
wife
Indian.
Actually has facial.
Dude, whenever
What'd you say?
He said, because I was like, my wife, can I tell you guys something? My wife actually has an Indian card. He thought I was going to say, guys, can I tell you guys something? My wife actually has facial hair. Dude, and then the thumbnail is just a picture of Brittany, and then you draw like a curly Q mustache and beard. By the way, are you guys still good to go to Chick-fil-A tomorrow with us?
yeah,
Just a little catch up. And then we need to play like golf or disc golf or something.
we haven't gone
We need to do
We
something.
haven't done Chick-fil-A.
And
We
I
need to
think
do
we'll
something.
video
We
it.
need to do something to bond, not something to like.
We need to do it, but we need to video it too.
Okay.
And have like Noah video with us or something. Have Noah and Landon get out there or something.
so not a break.
Yeah, it's a break, but we still want to.
Hey, is there golfing in Canada?
I guarantee, dude. If we don't do what we were talking about doing in Vamp,
Yeah.
that we can't really talk about, then we should play
Bam.
golf in Banff.
Bam.
Yeah, but you guys don't have like time to learn.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Anyways,
What about-
I'll tell you later.
What am I doing?
All right, it's time for Boys Gone Bible.
Hey, before we go any further, we want to tell you guys about the Keys for Kids, Kids and Teenage Devotionals. You guys have already seen these for most of you, but for those of you who have not already, take advantage. These are absolutely free. We've passed out thousands of these to public school students, and unfortunately, we do not have them in Spanish, but wait, do Keys for Kids have them in Spanish?
We are gonna find out.
I don't know if they have them in Spanish, but check these out. Keys for Kids Ministries will mail these to your house every single 3 months, and it doesn't cost you guys 1 red cent. Don't forget to check these out, and back to the podcast. Before we go on any further, I wanted to say thank you to all of you guys for praying for us, and it really means the world. We are so blessed to be able to do this. Every single day, I was just like talking to Christian. I was just like, I can't believe we're actually here. And there was so many things that happened that was a God thing. And the people that we met had already heard about our music, or they knew somebody who we knew. Just so many God things. We actually performed for the Easter service, and God's presence came in the church, and it was so cool. Even though we couldn't understand a lot of the stuff that they were saying, especially in the beginning, even now it's kind of hard to hear a pastor preach because they talk so fast. But you definitely know who they're talking about, and that was what was so cool, was to see other people worship in a different language. And what did you think, Christian, about like the whole?
I mean, I thought the
services?
same. I was very amazed. I mean, obviously, God's people are everywhere, but to see it like that, and just one day every knee will bow and every tongue will confess.
Right.
But that won't just be like in our backyard or at our church. It'll be all over the world.
Right.
And just to
Right.
see how many
Yeah.
Christians are everywhere.
Right.
And
Yeah.
it was really
Right.
awesome to experience.
But
Yeah.
the verse I want to read for you guys, John 15:7 says, "If you abide in me and my words abide in you, ask whatever you wish and it will be done for you." Now, obviously there's more to this verse, and I would encourage you to go back and read this because there's more to it. But whenever I pray prayers, first I like to pray a praise of and thanks to God, because I'm so grateful to be able to travel with my brothers and to do this. It's really a God thing, and we would not be traveling and touring in Canada and all this stuff if it wasn't for God. But I also was praying about this Guatemala trip for like 2 years, and I didn't know if it was gonna happen, but I actually was very specific. I said, God, if it would be your will, I pray that I could go to Guatemala to learn Spanish with my grandpa. Okay, and I was very specific about with my grandpa because last year we had kind of a scare with our grandpa. He's 81 years old. He has a lot of energy, but we didn't know if we were gonna lose it. It was kind of a situation there. But so I was really praying if it was God's will that I could do that with my grandpa. And make a very, very long story short, God opened the door. It was a super last minute thing. And when God opens the door, you don't ask questions. You just go through it. And in 2 days, we discovered that we were going to go to Guatemala. And I was able to go to the airport and actually see my grandpa there. And that I was I'm not going to get emotional now, but I was so blessed and so grateful to be able to see my grandpa and my grandma they're in their 80s and late 70s, and to see them in their natural habitat where they grew up for 22 years, they were totally different people. They were two totally different personas, and it was so cool to see them. And they were I honestly thought they were better in Guatemala.
They looked younger.
They looked younger there because they were in their prime place, and just being able to sit in the car and hear my grandpa talk to the driver and all that kind of stuff. And he got us checked into the school. He wasn't there for the whole time, but he was there for the first bit. I was just really couldn't believe it. I was very, very emotional about that, because God's not a vending machine, and he doesn't have to answer all of our little prayers, but he is a God that cares about us, his eye is on the sparrow. And so I was very, very grateful for that. So all that being said, ask God what he wants you to do in your life. And if you have a goal in your life, pray about it and ask God, is this what you want me to do? Because if it's God's will and you pray for his will to be done, if it's his will, it will happen. And I honestly believe that the reason that me and Christian were able to do this was a God thing. And because otherwise we travel so much, there's no possible way we would have been able to do it in another time.
And it was a miracle we didn't get robbed too.
Yeah, it was very much a miracle we didn't get robbed. But sorry, I probably went a little long. But so yeah, don't give up on your dreams, but I would encourage you to give them to God and ask him if it's your will to make this happen. And just watch out, because boy, he can make something happen really, really quick. And I really do believe it was a God thing that all this stuff happened. So, but yeah.
Well, thank you guys so much. Check out our social media. We have a new single out, We Need Revival. Good Life is still out.
And we are heading to Canada.
We're heading to Canada. We are going to be in Manitoba. We're going to be in Saskatchewan, Alberta. Then we're heading back down. We're going to be in Ontario. And then we have, on June the 1st, we're going to be at one of our very favorite places, and that is Music in the Park in Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
I'm so ready.
We're super excited.
I'll say this, because we were in the school down there, we couldn't sing very loud. So I am ready to belt and scream and sing.
And lose my voice.
Yeah,
on these 11 shows.
I'm ready to lose my voice on tour, y'all. Let's do it.
That's great.
And we're so grateful. This is a big tour for these next couple months, and it's going to be a lot of traveling, but we are super excited. We really hope to see you guys there.
We are going to be doing our best to just releasing more content for you guys, more of us getting together.
And we have. We did a brand new song about your future spouses.
Oh yeah.
We did. So let us know if you like that. I mean, that was so random.
Yeah.
But it kind of made sense.
We're working on new music, and hopefully we'll get that out to you pretty soon.
Well, guys, we've had such a great time with you guys today. I'm Nicholas.
I'm Clayton.
And me amo Christian.
Welcome. Thank you for watching the Three Heath Brothers podcast. We'll see you guys.
Adios.
Adios, amigos and amigas.
Three Heath Brothers on Spotify, t-shirts on our website. Follow us on social, so when we make a post, you'll always be notified.